Alright, so I don't feel like doing a face video, so I'm going to do this. I'm picking up some weird energies today. So let's just see what we can get going on here. Ooh, we got Jupiter, Virgo, and the number 6. Rite of passage, nostalgia, moving on energies. I'll come with that 6. I am definitely picking up a Taylor Swift's Never Ever Getting Back Together. Got this Native American energy, right? Whenever I pick up this kind of energy, I always pick up that ancient energy, like you guys have been human a long time. Whoever I'm picking up for this reading has been human a long time. Might not necessarily been a Native American, but it would have definitely been indigenous people of some kind, you know what I'm saying? Want some more on the past life. We gotta go with this. Ooh, indigenous people and a karmic relationship. There's definitely, see, that's what I've been picking up on. Because I'm getting a lot of these, like, there's this bitter energy that's coming through. There's definitely 2 energies that are coming through, and one's pretty bitter. I don't like to call them karmics, but they are kind of karmic people. They're the people that they're constantly creating chaos for themselves because they're constantly casting negative intentions on people and wishing ill will on others. I mean, as within, so without. You can't be focused on manifesting stuff like that. Yeah. Oh my God, we got forgetting oneself an artificial heart. Someone is faking it through something right now. They're numbing themselves and they're faking it through it. Right? They're going on autopilot is what I like to call that type of artificial heart energy, right? But just, dotting the I's, crossing the T's, Meanwhile, they're numbing themselves in some way, shape, or form. When I get to numbing yourself, I kind of get like that addiction type of energy. It doesn't necessarily need to be a drug. It's just something that they use to distract themselves from thinking about reality, which a lot of people do. I mean, we got that Virgo energy there. We call them the Viking Virgos, the OCD, the hyper thinkers, right? The person who always has to have something to do with their brain or else, they'll drive themselves insane. The iceberg. Yeah, there's definitely this energy of there's a lot more under the surface than what is being shown in reality right now. This one wanted to come out, so I'm going to do this as a crossover here. Somebody wanted me to do a Celtic cross, and I'm going to do that as a clarifier when I'm done doing this 3D 45D, okay? Well, no, because part of me wants to... Alright, part of me keeps saying... Yeah. I'm doing it. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Alright, so we've got a magician here. We got someone who's definitely into a lot of manifesting energy right now. I don't know if they're quite as aware of that as they are, but this is kind of what's going on, right? So we got the magician card here. Now the magician is a great illusionist, right? Now creating the illusion helps you work with co-creation, right? If you can create the illusion of success, then successful people start to follow you type of energy, right? So it's definitely a energy of the magician being the illusionist, right? So that being said, they can get in a lot of trouble with that, right? Because they get accused of lying a lot, right? Because they portrayed themselves as something as they weren't. But it wasn't really that they were portraying something that they weren't. They were portraying themselves as their manifested best version of themselves in a way to try and manifest that. Does that make any sense to anybody? Because that's kind of how it works here. But then you got this Knight of Pentacles over it, right? So this is definitely someone who's working on towards building something. They're defensive about what they're building, right? I always love this card, right, with the king, with the Knight of Pentacles, right? Because it has this energy of behold my fields of flux, see that they lie barren, right? So this is definitely the energy of someone who is trying to manifest, and they're not really, they're like, what, I don't care whose feelings I'm hurting by manifesting my best life, right? Behold my fields of flux, they lie barren. I don't know why that one just really popped out at me, right? This is definitely causing a lot of towers, right? There's a lot of towers happening, right? There's a lot of towers. Why is there a lot of towers happening? Because below here we got the Seven of Swords here. So there's a little bit, believe of deceivers being called out, challenged, right? Definitely got a Queen of Swords here crossed with this world here. So there's definitely this feminine energy, someone who has a higher perspective on whatever this situation is. I believe because this is crooks in between this Knight of Pentacles here, it's kind of like this person is kind of opening up a new type of world here, right? These deceptions need to come out. There's definitely an energy of someone, what's the foundation of the problem? What's the foundation of the problem that's causing the tower? Is someone is lying and taking and deceiving and manipulating. There's a con artist energy here. Someone who's taking more than their fair share, right? But they're working on opening themselves up out of this situation, right? And there's definitely a Queen of Wands giving them advice on how to... I get like they're purposely manifesting these towers, right? So we definitely got this Cup of Love energy, right? I always call this, I like to call this card the Beloved Child of the Universe card. So it's an ever-flowing energy of love that comes from this card, right? That's this energy. That this is the energy that you embody when you're fully in your Nine of Cups mode, right? When you truly love yourself and you can channel out that energy, that's what it feels like all the time, right? I always talk about that with the Reiki healers. I call it the Fountain of Love card, right? So, and I also like when I'm playing with regular playing cards and it comes out, I call it the Beloved Child of the Universe. This is someone who definitely has that type of energy, right? The Beloved Child of the Universe. And you might not feel like it, right? We'll get into that. You might not feel like it because there's definitely a worry. This is someone who is stuck in the hangman position, right? This is someone who's not afraid to be the martyr in the story, right? Or the martyr, right? There's a balance that needs to be found still, right? There's still a balance that's coming into play. It's a balance that people are working on, right? I like the two ships in the background there because it's pulling out that saying for me, waiting for some ships to come in, trying to find this balance, right? What are they trying to find balance from? There is still toxic type of energy here, a toxic codependent type of energy. Alright. I'm all over the place today. Yeah. Alright, what's hidden here? What's hidden is someone's intuition is far stronger than they let anybody else know, right? This shit all the way up under here, it was hiding from me. Someone knows far more or has more intuition and follows more intuition than you may be realizing, right? And it definitely can be this Knight of Pentacles, right? We got the Moon card here. So this didn't fall over the Liar's card. This fell over his card in particular, right? There's a lot more going on than you realize, right? There's different phases that are happening here. This is someone who definitely is going through different types of phases, right? On this Liar Deceiver card, though, we have the Sheep. This person is trying to cut these people loose, and we have the Flight card, Flight Rune here. They're trying to get away from this energy, right? I always say that this is why there's like a robot. This person, I believe, is purposely numbing themselves. I always say that Hangman's hanging there on purpose, and I don't know why, but I'm also getting the imagery that I always talk about when I see the Eight of Swords, right? Where it's the woman tied up and she's got the blindfold on. It's like, you got all these swords around you, those bonds don't look that tight, why don't you just cut them off with the swords and go? I get that this Hangman is just waiting for an ideal position, right? They're trying to find that point where they can, like, and I've said this before, it's like, you know, the first thing they teach you in gymnastics is sticking the landing. They might understand their own devils as well. Let's get some clarifiers of the story. What's this liar about? Alright, so we got definitely an intelligent creature here, right? This is someone who does have a lot of anxiety and a lot of stress and a lot of self-confidence issues, right? They might not portray this in the way that you feel like they are, but there's definitely a lot of this projection that this person gives off, right? They try to show it as being feminine, loving, nurturing, mothering type of energy, right? There's definitely this King of Swords energy here, right? This is someone who's highly intelligent. They are good with controlling their thoughts and their words, right? There's definitely a truce, right? Wanting a truce with this energy, but then this came out at the very end. There's just a lot, this person causes a lot of conflict, right? Let's see, what's on the other side? What do we got? What's the Queen of Swords about? I get this Two of Cups energy, right? This is someone who kind of, they just see it. They just see it. Right? It's like they see it and they have no say about it. Just see it but no say. Two of Cups, soul connection, soul contract there. Right? I see it, but I'm not allowed to say anything about it. But there's no point. This is the Queen of Swords energy here, right? But there's no point. What's the point of telling you what I think and what I believe if it's not going to change anything, right? Nine of Pentacles, I like that coffin there, right? That Nine of Pentacles energy, but this person understands that where their focus goes is where their energy is going to flow, right? Got this Five of Swords, overcoming conflicts in a lot of battles. This person's been through a lot of battles with a lot of game players, right? They've already defeated jokers before, right? And it's always left them out in the cold. So they've already seen this rite of passage play out for other people and for themselves, right? They understand that sometimes, as hard as it is to look out, the Nine of Cups is a self-fulfillment journey. It's about learning how to fill your own cup and take care of yourself when no one else in the world is going to take care of you but yourself, right? And you're looking out at people and you're looking at them and you're like, look, they might be able to help you, but you can't save, you can't rescue people that aren't active in their own. You can't save anybody who won't participate in their own rescue, right? This is the Four of Cups, right? This is missing opportunities, right? Due to overindulgence, usually, right? And complacency, right? This is the Three of Wands. This is someone who is moving into the Three of Wands energy. It's like what? Preparation, intuition, and foresight is always what I say the three wands are that you put into play to make moves, and it's kind of waiting for that ship to come in type of energy, and a lot of times, and a lot of that, like I said, that plays into that preparation and that foresight type of energy. But this person's moving towards what they want in life, right? That Ten of Cups energy, right? All right, what do we got for this Cups card? Yeah, it's just coming out that this energy is the type of energy that makes them very unbalanced, right? They understand that this is a sick codependent energy that makes them unbalanced, right? It always comes back to conflict. No matter how many times they resolve it, it always comes back to conflict. I get conflict with the feminine energy, but you guys know how to place your stuff, right? So there's definitely conflict that it comes back from this masculine, right? They want to be able to take off their mask and be vulnerable and be able to be passionate what they're passionate about, right? They know where their Nine of Cups already lies, right? They understand where it is. These fell out separate, right? But they know coming into union with this causes is still a work in progress, right? What is this? Three of Cups, Two of Cups. Give me some clarification. Because with this Devil. Yeah, the King of Cups needs to come out about lies. Right? This person needs to learn how to be vulnerable again, but they're still in the midst of battles. This one carries a cross around their neck, right? You got those three spiders there at the bottom, right? Jack of Pentacles. I always talk about the Hangman card is also kind of like representative of the cross and scarecrows and things like that. And you think that's weird? What do you think that was for? That's what the crucifixion is all about, right? Is about crucifying people and putting them up on display like a scarecrow in a field to scare off things, right? So it's just the energy of it, right? So there's definitely this manifestation energy, right? And look at these three spiders down here. This is someone who's battling in a web, manifesting from within a web, right? There's definitely a team at work here. It could be behind the scenes for this person. There's definitely a team at work here. Yeah, Six of Cups. There's a team at work here. Somebody from this person's past is working with them. Yep. Four of Wands, helping them manifest something, helping them manifest more stable foundations. Yeah, here we go. So we got that Queen of Cups energy again that we had from before, right? This person does not want this person, right? This person is a vampire, right? They do not want this person to come out from being left in the cold. They do not want this person to find their Ten of Cups. They do not want this person to be able to escape this third-party situation that they have them wrapped up in. This bitch causes these third-party situations. They don't let go, and they use every type that they can. It's a vampire. It's an energy vampire. You want to call it an emotional narcissist, whatever it is. This is the person that's causing all this drama. This is the toxic connection that's stopping everything else from happening. There's a lot of work being done behind the scenes here. But don't think this person's intuition is blind. They see more than they're letting on. They're probably doing more than they're letting on. Right? It's a behind the scenes thing. Alright. Jupiter is all about trying to figure out expansion. It's expansion of the mind's thought processes, things like that. That's six energy again. That's all about progress, moving forward, right? Taking the lessons with the Six of Swords. Six of Cups is like holding on to the good memories, not focusing on the bad, and understanding where you were in the creation process of the good, right? And of the bad, so you don't recreate it, but you don't want to focus too heavily on that. Yeah, like I said, I'm just getting there's a lot of this person's dealing with a karmic. I believe that this has been a battle that's gone on before, right? You're only seeing 10%, right? Don't forget these cards from the beginning, right? And someone is definitely numbing themselves to the situation. Someone is in artificial heart mode, autopilot. Need something. A story. What story can help us with this conundrum these people are stuck in? Letter. Alright, here we go. A letter. Seven of Swords. Communication here. Let's see what we got. Seven of Swords. Written exchanges, results, document, messages, instructions, and mail. Little Red Riding Hood by Charles Perrault is a tale of relating to communications. Red Riding Hood's mother has instructed her to bring a basket of treats to her grandmother and to stay on the path. The wolf has slipped a letter into the basket as well. Unaware of the lupine threat just a few steps away, our heroine has stopped to pick up some flowers. Her pause gives the wolf a chance to communicate with her. He tricks her into telling him where the grandmother lives, and when she finally made it to the grandmother's cottage, Little Red Riding Hood knew something was wrong. The wolf has devoured the grandmother and eats Little Red Riding Hood too. The woodman rears the wolf and quickly cuts him open to save both her and her grandmother. In this tale, as in many, the contents of the letter can affect the outcome of the story. In this deck readings, the letter card can represent written exchanges or important information. When you see the letter, you know that news of something of a sort is coming. Other meanings includes getting documents or results back from a test. Good news or bad news, the letter needs to be read. Sometimes in a world of technology, the simplest answer is usually to go old school. Alright, blessed be all those who walk these weird and winding paths with me. I love you. I'll be back as soon as I can, I promise.